Thank you, Lord, and thank you, Hooker High School Band, and under the direction tonight of Carly Furley.
Josh, is that your water? Is that yours? Is that yours?
Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
For over a century, Sooner Plains Ag has been at the heart of our communities. Sooner Plains Ag is proud to support all area students and athletes from their hometowns and yours. Sooner Plains Ag is ready to service your grain, fertilizer, and farm supply needs. You can also fill up at one of their 2 convenience stores in Fairview and Mino. Sooner Plains Ag is honored to serve their member owners in their 4-county area for more than 100 years. Sooner Plains Ag, farmers helping farmers. It's that simple.
The Skordle Game of the Week presented by Brahms makes our first trip ever to Texas County in the Panhandle so we could bring you the best game in the state this week as the number 1 team in Class A1 knocks on the door. The number 2 team is the Fairview Yellow Jackets take the long journey west to battle the Hooker Bulldogs with the lead in District 1 on the line. It's a rematch of last December's Class A state championship. That was won by Fairview 34-8. And the Jackets have owned the series recently. Hooker's last win was in 2020. There are stars on both sides. Jax Bernard will go down as one of the best quarterbacks in state history. He blew by the 10,000 passing yard mark last week. And if he can average a little more per game than he has in his career, and they can make it back to that state championship game, he could end it as number 2 on the all-time passing list in state history. Justin Palacios has almost 2,500 rushing yards and 30 touchdowns halfway through his sophomore year, and the Bulldogs have a good dual-threat quarterback of their own in Cleet Martins. Adam Dieselhorst on the call today out here in the Panhandle, and Hooker probably has their best team they've had during this recent run, and they have the 2-time defending champs on their turf. Can they end the 11th longest winning streak in state history?
I think they have an opportunity to. Really impressed with watching them last week, Tom, at Cashin. A big physical team. I think Coach Power said it best when he said they're healthier now than they have been the last handful of years, but it's a big feat to knock off the defending back-to-back state champions.
Now, this one should be worth the trip, and we are glad that we can bring it to you. It is Fairview at Hooker with the district lead at stake on the Skordle High School Football Game of the Week, and it's presented by Brahms.
Brahms Banana Fudge Sundae gives a whole new meaning to decadent taste. 2 creamy scoops of premium vanilla ice cream overflowing with delicious hot fudge and fresh slices of banana to create the perfect balance between the fruity banana flavor and rich hot fudge. Treat yourself to a banana fudge sundae at Brahms, where every spoonful is pure bliss.
No matter what comes our way, we'll always put you first. You're more than a patient. You're someone we care about. And we're working hard every day to keep you safe and continue to give you the best care so you can feel comfortable here. Not because Stillwater Medical is a healthcare provider, but because we're your provider. And we're ready to see you.
Here come the Hooker Bulldogs as they get ready for this huge matchup in Class A1 District 1 as they take on the two-time defending state champion Fairview Yellow Jackets. Tom Nelson, Adam Dieselhorse with you tonight. On camera tonight, tell you, we're breaking them in good. Joshua Nelson, his first game on camera, and we couldn't have picked a better one than this as we are way out here in the Panhandle. Took us 3.5 hours to get out here from Enid. And we rode in on a strong south wind with gusts of 30 to 40 miles an hour. We're just hanging on up here in the press box, and that will definitely affect the passing game in this ball game.
Yeah, and what the interesting thing will be to see, in these small school games, a lot of these teams directional kick or they squib kick. I mean, surely you can kick it out of the end zone with this win. I mean, I could probably kick it out of the end zone with this win, Tom.
Well, the Jackets are 6-0 on the season, 3-0 in district play. They've won 36 games in a row. The last two Class A state championships. The Hooker Bulldogs are 5-1, 3-0 in district play, and let's get this one underway with no further ado as Fairview will get the football first. The return out to the 30-yard line, which is where they will take over. First down and 10 on that return was Wyatt Smith, and we get a chance to see one of the best quarterbacks in Oklahoma State history, Jax Bernard, 84 for 125 passing this year, 1,447 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. He's also rushed for 321 yards and 8 touchdowns. And lined up with him in the backfield is Grant Church. And he'll be flanked to his right. 3 wide to the right side. They're going against the breeze here in this first quarter. And Bernard, the draw play, and he's tackled from behind. Got back to the line of scrimmage, and that is just about it. The tackle was made by Justin Palacios, and we will be second down and 10.
A big Nate Hidalgo that time. Fairview did not block the end as they're not supposed to because it's a read play, and a great tackle by Hidalgo.
So this drive that starts at the 30-yard line, first down and 10. And on second down, Bernard, the pass caught. And out to the 36-yard line, the reception by Haddon Miller. And for Miller, it's his 24th catch of the season. And a gain on the play of 6 to bring up third down and 4.
Good tackle out there by Keelan Robinson. And that's what Hooker has to do in space. You have to be able to tackle against the Jackets because one missed tackle turns into a big play.
So third down and 4 just underway, a minute into this ball game, the first possession for either team, and a big crowd here out in the Panhandle at Hooker tonight. Back to throw Bernard to his left, near sideline, ball through the hands of his intended receiver, Haddon Miller. So fourth down and 4, and this Hooker defense looks like they're going to get this potent Fairview offense off 3 and out to start this ball game.
A good start for the Bulldogs. That time that ball just sailed a little bit on Bernard.
And that's into the wind, and it sailed a little bit.
No, he's got a strong enough arm that the wind shouldn't affect him.
Jax Bernard will punt into this breeze, and this will be a factor right here. Breeze is 25, 30, 35 mile an hour, gusting to that. And there should be good field position for Hooker by the time this is done. A low line drive and a good roll. That's about as good as you could hope to do.
Great punt, actually.
And it will die at the 33-yard line, and that is where Hooker will take over. First down and 10. This drive will start with 10:41 to play in the first quarter. Clayton Martins is the quarterback. He's a senior, 58 for 85 for 1,189 yards passing. Great touchdown to interception ratio of 18-1, completing 68% of his passes. And he's also rushed for 365 yards as well. And then Justin Palacios lined up behind him, 2,500 rushing yards in a season and a half. And on first down, he'll struggle for a couple. Goes right up the middle.
Jacoby Withers on the tackle there.
And we will talk about Jacoby Withers a lot tonight. He that defense right up the middle, slowing down Palacios for a gain of 2. And Justin Palacios, who averages 10 yards a game, 10 yards a carry against Fairview in 2 games, about 4 yards a carry. They'll give it to him again, and he'll pick up a yard or so, and that's about it.
And that's number 22 for the Jackets. That's Wyatt Schmitz on the play.
So now 3rd down and 7 after the 1-yard gain. About 75 degrees, so temperature-wise it's perfect, but the breeze is a-blowing from the south, from left to right here, and Hooker with the wind here in the first quarter.
Hooker likes to run screen game stuff out of this formation. Be interesting to see if they pop Palacios out here on a screen.
Back to throw Martins. Now he steps up. Has a man. Nope, nobody's there. Absolutely nobody there. His intended receiver was double covered trying to find Trace Duncan. And it will be 4th down and 7. So 2 possessions and 2 punts.
We talked about, Tom, on our show, how explosive both these offenses are, but early on, both a little bit of jitters, feeling each other out. When you have 2 good teams like this, it takes them a little while to kind of get things figured out.
Well, Trace Duncan will do all the kicking and punting for Hooker. He's back there to punt this away from his 25-yard line. This will hang in the air with that wind. Beautiful, but into the end zone. Wow. So starting off the ball game, that'll help your average, a 54-yard punt. Take it back, a 64-yard punt from the 36. So, yeah. And Fairview will get the ball back. So the drive will start with 9:14 to play. And the line of scrimmage is the 20-yard line. Fairview second possession. They went 3 and out the first time. Bernard draw up the middle.
Good run.
He'll push forward for about 3. And one thing you'll notice when you look at Jax Bernard's career stats is he's become a better runner as his career's gone on.
Big Rhett Nunley in there makes the initial hit. Bernard's able to spin away, but Fairview's going to go NASCAR here and go quick out of this formation.
2nd down and 7. Looking for the slant, nobody there, and he will be sacked from behind.
Hidalgo again.
Nate Hidalgo, a senior, 6'8", 220 pounds. He's an imposing defensive end, and a loss back to the original line of scrimmage at the 20, a loss of 3.
Well, and that time Bernard had Miller quick on kind of the inside dig route, but didn't see him, and that's because Hidalgo's about 6'8", so not only is he a great pass rusher, but he's got the size too as well.
So 3rd down and 10. Three wide to the right, 1 to the near side, and a 1-back set in the shotgun.
Nice
Bernard's draw play again, bouncing it to the near side, running room, 1st down, and a little bit more as he'll carry the ball out to the 33-yard line. And we have our first down of the ball game. Move the chains.
Really like the play call there that time. Had Hooker spread out from sideline to sideline. There was only one linebacker in the middle of the field. Fairview got him blocking a big run.
So 1st down and 10 for the Jackets. 7:54 to play in the first quarter of a scoreless ball game. Spread that offense across the field. The 1-back set. And they'll hand off this time. This is Alex Hauk getting a carry for a short gain. Alex Hauk averages 7.7 yards a carry. Didn't get that right there. They'll say no gain on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
Big Peyton Parker that time. That's one thing you're going to see from Hooker this year is their defensive line. They're healthy, and they are big, and they are tough to run against up the middle.
So 2nd down and long, checking with the near sideline for the play. And Bernard right side, turns it back up the middle and maybe a yard or 2. That's about it. We'll say he gets the 34.
Big gunner Martins there. Great job by this defensive line. Been very impressed with them. Last week we had their game Yeah, I'll tell you what, Tom Gunner came in mop-up duty when they were up big and played quarterback late in the game.
Yeah, number 69.
Yeah. Good athlete for the size he has. He can really move.
Yeah, a weird number for a quarterback. 3rd down and about 8. And once again, Hooker looks to get that potent Fairview offense off of the football field here in the midway through the first quarter. Before we get underway, timeout called by Fairview. We'll take a break. 6:23 to play in the first, no score, and you're watching the Skordle High School Football Game of the Week presented by Brahms.
Feel safe and secure with Arlo Wireless Outdoor Camera, available at Pioneer. Arlo offers top-notch protection with crystal clear video quality, rain or shine. Monitor your home from anywhere with remote smartphone access, whether you're at home or on the go. Arlo keeps you connected to what matters most. Trust Arlo and Pioneer to keep your home safe and secure. Visit gopioneer.com to get your Arlo wireless cameras today.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
Here comes the 6th play of this drive. It is 3rd down and long, 3rd and 9 for Fairview into the teeth of the south breeze. About halfway through the first quarter of a scoreless game. Bernard against the breeze across the middle. Ball is caught. 1st down. That pass is reeled in by Haddon Miller. It's his 2nd catch of the night and a 2nd 1st down. And now Fairview wants to push the tempo. The ball marked at the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain.
Great route concepts there. Fairview goes deep and then brings a receiver across on the drag across the middle, and Bernard hits him in stride.
3 wide to the right, 1 back, moving over to the right side. It's Alex Hauk. And right behind Hauk will run Bernard, and he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. The deep drop, and he gets back to within he loses about 2 on the play.
It's my man, Gunnar Martins, on the play again that time, shedding the blocker and just causing a pile. Great job of reading the draw that time. They didn't get too far upfield.
It's all about keeping the offense off schedule. That is what Hooker's doing a pretty good job of, but they've given up big plays on 3rd down a couple of times to move those chains. Second down and 12. Bernard going deep into the wind. It hangs up there, and it's almost intercepted. It hung up there, and it was Peyton Parker who almost had the pick. And they got it. Did he pick it?
Ball hit the ground. I did not think that was an interception.
They are saying it is. And it ended up in the hands of Justin Palacios. That is a turnover.
He's going to help him out. The receiver over here saw that the ball hit the ground.
If it stands as an interception, it's Bernard's 7th of the season. Yeah, that ball hit the ground.
It did. Yes, it did.
We do not have the advantage of replay.
Great play, though, that time by Robinson. Robinson's a great athlete. The ball was thrown up.
Are they going to give it to him? They are going to give it to him. It's a turnover. Wow. So Hooker takes over 1st down and 10 at the 24-yard line. 5:18 to play, and across the 25-yard line on the carry goes Cleet Martins, the quarterback, his first carry of the ball game. And a gain of 3.
Well, if you're Hooker, you've got to take advantage of having the wind at your back. And so far, the Jackets' defense has stood strong so far early. Look for Hooker to go up top to Robinson. Robinson's a real deep threat downfield, but they have not tried that out yet.
Yeah, and this clock is moving quickly here. This first quarter down to under 5 minutes to play. Martins,
nice
little
reverse.
Counter give this time, yeah. And stopped behind the line of scrimmage as Keelan Robinson runs into a bunch of Jackets.
Just a great job of staying home by the Jackets on the counter reverse. You watch a little film if you know how to defend that play. Good job by the Jackets defense.
They'll give him, quote, forward progress to the 24, which means it's a loss of 3. And now 3rd down and 11. Martin's to throw this time. Flush left. He wants to run, has a little bit of seam, and he'll step out of bounds. Let's see here. Close to the first down. I think he might have got it.
I think he's just short.
Is it going to be like a yard short maybe?
Yep.
Yeah, out to the 33-yard line. He needed to get to the 34. So he will pick up 9. And it is 4th down and a short 1. Big play early in this ball game, under 4 to play in the first quarter. Power formation, handoff for the fullback right up the middle. Didn't need much. He got to the 35-yard line, moved the chains, 1st down. It was Peyton Parker, the 2-yard gain. So 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Take a look at the defensive set for Fairview and that secondary. The corners are Easton Hamer and Braden Forbes. The free safety, Aiden Nightingale. 1st down and 10. Palacios bouncing left.
Nothing doing.
Not a whole lot there as he is taken down by Trace Bonham.
Still got +3, though. Those +3s are going to – he'll wear on you. Palacios is a big, strong guy. You got to make sure you get him down quick.
The linebackers, Colt Heyman, Bowden Miller, Ridge Cottrell. Defensive ends, Eli Winans and Trace Bonham. And the defensive tackles, Carson Howerton and Jacoby Withers.
Look for him to go up top down here to Robinson. They like to throw him the outside fade.
On a breezy night in Hooker. Going to the near sideline. One-on-one coverage. Overshot the intended receiver. He was trying to find Keelan Robinson.
I've been watching film, Tom.
That's what a good color guy does.
Move over, Tom Brady.
There you go. So now 3rd down and 8.
You know, with the weapons that Hooker has and how much attention you have to pay to all these guys that are out in routes, you got to still think about Shadow and Cleet Martins. He made a big run the last time on 3rd and long.
3rd down and 7. Put the man in motion from left to right. And a fake the give little.
Great play inside.
Handoff and nothing doing.
Jonah Mendenhall, I believe, was there that time on the initial hit.
Yes, Peyton Parker was blown up. Take it back. That's Robinson, Keelan Robinson. And a 1-yard gain for him, but not nearly enough.
I may have misspoke. I think that was Ridge Cottrell on the tackle.
So now it's 4th down and 7 with the wind. Although, boy, this clock is down to 2.5 minutes. And this is a long punt that was low and rolling inside the 20-yard line. And a nice punt that will be down at the 11. So to start the ball game, punt, interception, and now another punt. And Fairview will take over 1st down and 10 at their own 11. And the drive will start with 2:13 to play. And now you see, how much Fairview here, they want to get this first quarter over, turn the field over, and get the football with the wind. They've got to feel pretty good that with the wind in the first quarter, Hooker so far has come up empty. On 1st down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Bernard hands off up the middle. Trying to find some running room. That is Trace Bonham. Bonham gets a yard or so to the 12, maybe the 13, a 2-yard gain.
That's 50 that time for Hooker. That is Hunter Ray on the tackle. Been really impressed by the inside of this Hooker team. Fairview, the last handful of times they've played Hooker, have really been able to establish the run inside, and so far it's been difficult.
Well, and I've been impressed by Hunter Ray's dad, who made the Oklahoma smoke barbecue.
Oh, was that his dad? This is amazing, this spread
Oh,
up here.
tell you what, we got a barbecue buffet in the press box tonight, and it is outstanding. He's going to come back at halftime and check on us. So,
yeah, big shout out to the hospitality. Hooker has been fantastic. Superintendent Todd Kerr said he'd take care of us, and he's more than done that.
No doubt about it. We're taking home doggy bags back to Enid. Bernard up the middle, and I tell you what, that Fairview Hooker defense is right there. There's nothing there. To the 14-yard line, a gain of 1. Not much of a hole there. What was there? Shut down in a hurry. It's 3rd down and 6.
I mean, Hooker, you look at them across the front. They go about 6'8", about 6'4", about 6'3", and every one of those guys is 200 plus.
Yeah.
They've got a big defensive line for Class A football. I can tell you that much.
They grow them big out here in the Panhandle, no doubt about it.
Well, it's this Oklahoma smoke barbecue.
I bet they get plenty of that on Thursday nights, or actually Wednesday night this week before the Thursday night game.
Love what Coach Bernard's doing here is getting this clock down so they get that the wind back behind them.
Matter of fact, I would not be surprised if, they are going to throw the football. Going deep against the wind, it hangs up there, and the wind knocked it down. It was intended for Easton Hamer, so now it's 4th down and 6, and I'm a little bit surprised they didn't run the football right there and make Hooker burn a timeout or run the clock out, so they'd be punting with the wind. But as it is, Hooker's going to get good field position one more time as Jax Bernard will punt into this breeze. And up here in the press box, I'm using every hand to make sure papers aren't blowing out the window. So far, so good. Keelan Robinson back deep, standing at the Fairview 40-yard line. That's a good punt hanging into this wind, but it will take a Hooker bounce and be down by Fairview at the 37-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and that is where Hooker will take over 1st down and 10, getting great starting field position at the Fairview 38. And this drive will start with 17 ticks remaining in the first quarter, and we're scoreless.
I think if you're Hooker here, you got to take a shot, right? Because you're not going to have that win. So, I mean, obviously, go up top if you can. They haven't had a ton of success running the ball. Neither team has had success running the ball so far.
Yeah, Hooker under 20 yards of total offense so far. They'll put Palacios in motion, and it's a run up the middle for Martins. Bouncing right,
good cut.
30-yard line to the 25 and down to the 20. And inside the 20, extra effort will get him down to the 19. And with 9 seconds to play, the clock will stop as he got out of bounds.
I like the play call there. That time you kick Palacios in motion. Everybody's got an eye on 22. Martins does a good job of reading it. They run counter back the other way for about plus 15.
Actually, a 19-yard gain.
I knew you'd get that stat right, Tom.
So 1st down and 10. The line of scrimmage, I'm going to say the 18, so we'll make it an even 20-yard gain. 1st down and 10. This should be the final play. Palacios up the middle. And a couple for him. Once again, it's going to be tough sledding for him, just like it is every time he runs against Fairview, as he'll pick up 3 yards down to the 15-yard line, make him 4 yards. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. We'll take a break. It is the Skordle High School Football Game of the Week presented by Brahms.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma, provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, Our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
In that first quarter, Hooker with 41 total yards, Fairview with 24. And Hooker now into the wind as we start quarter number 2, 2nd down and 7 at the 15-yard line of Fairview. After the nice 20-yard run by Cleet Martins. And this time it's Martins again following the pack and breaks through, and nobody touches him as he goes into the end zone and scores from 15 yards out. A 15-yard touchdown run by Cleet Martins. And that is his 4th rushing touchdown of the season. And I think you know it's a touchdown by you hear all the train horns across the way.
QB power, they just had him outnumbered up top, and a great job of Martins being patient and finding a hole, busted out of there quick for the touchdown. These conversions are going to be big in these close games.
Yeah, they'll go for 2 here. Back right corner fade, and it is incomplete. 11:54 to play in the first half. Hooker scores first. They lead Fairview 6-0. You're watching the Game of the Week presented by Brahms.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
The future comes fast, which is why it's important to start planning for tomorrow today. So whether you're setting aside money for something special or just safeguarding it against a rainy day, at Gateway, we've got competitive rates on a full suite of savings products. So consider us your gateway to earning money on your money. Open a high-yield savings account with an annual percentage yield of 3.5%. Visit gatewayfirst.com. Gateway First Bank, member FDIC.
Well, Hooker scores on a 3-play, 38-yard drive. It took just 23 seconds as Cleet Martin scores from 15 yards out. And the short kick is fair caught. And the Jackets will take over with the win, 1st down and 10. And they will start this drive at their own 32-yard line. Pretty impressive drive, taking advantage of the wind and the short punt and scoring on the short field.
Yeah, like you said, I think Bernard maybe kicking himself a little bit, hoping maybe should have ran that to burn the clock out and had a better opportunity to get a punt and not change the field. But good play by Hooker, 2 good runs that time.
Now Fairview just 24 total yards in that first quarter. 1st down and 10. They're down 6-0. Bernard being flushed to his right. Ball thrown behind his intended receiver and picked off. That is intercepted by Trace Duncan. And for Duncan, it's his team-high 4th interception of the season.
Great play that time.
A 2nd pick for Jax Bernard. And another short field for Hooker. 1st down and 10. They'll start the drive at the 41-yard line.
Ball sailed on him and just right there. Great job being in the right spot at the right time for Hooker.
So 1st down and 10 for the blue-clad Hooker Bulldogs. Martins this time. Scored on his last carry, nothing doing this time, as he'll lose a yard or so. Back to the 38. Loss of 3, actually.
Kind of bobbled the snap that time. I think he wanted to go to Palacios, but didn't have a good hold on it. And the Jackets were there for the stop this time.
Around the right side, Palacios, there's a flag.
going to be holding.
A hold that'll bring this one back as Palacios once again, he's working for everything he can get right now. And is this our first penalty of the night?
It's the first one.
It is, yeah. And it will march the Bulldogs back. You know, this Hooker team, I talked to Coach this week, and he told me that they're as healthy as they've ever been. And they returned 9 offensive and 10 defensive starters from last year's team that made it to the state championship game. They really feel like this is their year and not Fairview's. So the penalty makes it 2nd down and 19. Back at the 50-yard line. And around the right side, trying to pick his way is Keelan Robinson.
Jackets defense does a good job of stretching that thing out to the edge.
Back to the 49-yard line.
If you're Hooker, you'd probably like to see that play run to the wide side of the field on our side, but obviously the power of your line is on that power side. So get the play call, but where the hash is, that play probably works better on this hash close to us.
Yeah, that offensive line for Hooker from right to left, Rhett Nunley, Alfonso Ortiz, Cale Metcalf, Jonathan Cano, and Gunnar Martins.
They like to run screens out of this formation, so.
Martins to throw. And he's sacked way back at the 41-yard line, chased down. The Jonah Mendenhall, I think, gets credit for that one.
Great coverage downfield by the Jackets, too, because they ran a bunch of men deep. Man, it's tough to throw in this wind, trusting their quarterbacks making throws into this wind.
Loss of 8. It's into the wind. The punt will die at the 32. So it has been a game of field position, and now Fairview will take over again. Fairview's drives have started at their own 20-yard line, their own 11, and their own 32. This is, Ty is the best starting field position, starting at the 32-yard line with 10:23 to play. Three wide to the near side. Max Bernard in the gun. He's thrown 2 interceptions tonight. This time he wants to run it near side, and he's tripped up from behind after a loss, for a little bit of a loss.
No, that's Hidalgo partnered up with big number 50.
Hunter Ray.
The barbecue boy.
That's what he'll be called for the rest of his life in my mind.
Barbecue man.
Yeah.
He's playing like a man tonight.
2nd down and 12.
Be a flag on the play.
Our second penalty.
I think it's going to be a sideline warning, I'm going to guess.
And they will discuss.
That's going to be my best guess.
Yeah, we talked about the fact that Jax Bernard was 73 yards shy of passing Jeremy Littell from Stillwater onto the number 6 spot in the all-time passing list in state history. He's got 9 passing yards so far. He'll throw this time. Out to the near sideline, coming back to it and making the catch is Haddon Miller. To the 38-yard line, a gain of 8. Will bring up 3rd down and 2. Or actually 3rd down and 4. About 3, 3rd down and 4 or so.
Well, Hooker's doing a good job of keeping everything in front of him and staying away from the big play so far, and have taken away the entire running game so far for the Jackets.
Haddon Miller has 3 catches already. So, 3rd down and 4 here after the 6-yard gain. Well, Bernard flushed again, and he'll go down. Another sack. Brett Nunley. And for Nunley, that's his first sack of the season. Loss of 4 and 4th and long. And now Jax Bernard will get to punt into the breeze this time. That's a good one that'll hang up there and should take a good Fairview roll. Will it go out of bounds? Nope, it'll go into the end zone. So there is a 66-yard punt. And now Hooker will start with their worst starting field position of the ball game. And this drive will start with 8:14 to play in the first half. Hooker on top of Fairview 6-0. Tom Nelson, Adam Dieselhorst, and on camera tonight, Joshua Nelson.
Keep it in the family. Joshua with big save. A lot of our crew are on fall break, and Joshua's on fall break too, but he was in Enid. So.
Yeah. He's had a long fall break. First down and 10 for Hooker. Martins gives off to Palacios. And boy, I tell you, it's been a tough run for Justin Palacios.
Yeah, you talked about it, Tom. The only success that either one of these teams has had at all has been their quarterback running.
Yep.
And Hooker's just had a little more success with it than Fairview has.
But Palacios, as we said in the pregame, normally averages 10 yards a carry, 4 yards a carry, and 2 losses to Fairview last year. He's got 4 rushes for 10 yards in this ball game so far. It's second down and 9.
Less than 4 yards that he's been averaging.
Yep.
Really, the field position won by Hooker that last possession got them a touchdown. So
that short field started at the 38-yard line of Fairview.
Counter. Nice play.
Not a whole lot there. They filled that hole up. As they carry that time by Aiden Woolridge.
Really impressed with Fairview's linebacker play so far. I mean, they're doing a great job of stopping these runs close to the line of scrimmage.
Woolridge will pick up a yard to the 22. So now you're looking at 3rd down and 8.
Well, if you're Fairview, you need to get a stop here because this punt's going to give you some really good field position.
Same situation that Hooker was in the last quarter, getting that good field position. They finally cashed it in there on the first play of the second quarter.
We've seen them go QB draw, and we've also seen them run screen out of this. They did that against Cashin last week, so watch for a screen or a little inside dig.
Martins to throw, rolling to his left. Now I think he wants to run flag on the play. The ball caught by Duncan, and he'll get first down yardage to the 40, but the flag back in the backfield at the 20-yard line.
It's going to be a hold, yes.
There you go. That's going to blow up the play and make it 3rd down and about 18 or so.
Well, now Coach Powers is not happy, but when he watches film, he's going to see it was a monstrous hold on the inside that time.
So they should mark this one back to the 12, and we'll be looking at 3rd and 18.
And we talked about this. This could set up another scenario where Fairview gets the field possession, and with this wind the way it's blowing, and like you and I talked about it, Tom, while we were driving up here, the wind. A lot of times we get windy days in the fall, and the wind chills when the sun goes down. The wind ain't going to stop tonight. In fact, I think we saw that it was supposed to pick up around like 8 o'clock, right?
I'm still just hanging on for dear life to all my papers here. So now you're looking at 3rd down and 18 at the 12-yard line for Hooker, leading 6-0 halfway through the second quarter.
QB draw all the way.
Yep. Fairview knew it was coming. They got him. Nothing doing. I think it was Trace Bonham leading the way. They'll give him the 11-yard line, so a loss of 1.
Just not a lot of plays in your playbook there, especially if you're empty and you got the field spread and it's 3rd and 18. You're going into the wind. Fairview doing a good job of obviously sniffing that out.
Now Trace Duncan's going to stand at his 1-yard line. There's nobody back deep for Fairview. Low line drive punt, a bit of a Hooker roll.
About as best you could do.
Yep, and it will be downed at the 37-yard line. So Fairview with their best starting field position of the evening coming up. 1st down and 10 at the Hooker 37 to start.
Well, Fairview, regardless of field position, they got to get something going on offense. They have not had hardly any success outside of throwing the ball to Haddon Miller.
You had Miller with 3 catches already in this one. Nobody else has caught a pass. And Jax Bernard is 3 for 6 passing with 2 interceptions for 15 yards. Bernard to the near sideline, and he's tripped up for a loss. Oh, nice play. The tackle made by Aiden Woolridge. Back at the 41-yard line, he'll lose 3. So they're going backwards, 2nd down and 13. Stick with us at halftime because we're going to play a lot of commercials. We got a lot of barbecue to eat here.
We haven't been able to run any because of the way how fast this game is moving. But
that barbecue brought to us by Oklahoma Smoke Barbecue. David Ray, his son, plays for the Hooker Bulldogs, and I'm quickly becoming a fan.
Brisket is top notch. I hadn't even tried anything else, but I can tell you the brisket's good.
I'm a potato salad guy, and the loaded baked potato salad is just off the chain. 2nd down and 13. Bernard to throw.
Ooh.
And once again, that's the strong wind at your back right there as he hung it 5 yards over his intended receiver. He's trying to find Easton Hamer.
I think if you're Fairview, you want to work some quicker stuff kind of over the middle. Hooker's playing a soft coverage. They've got 2 safeties pretty deep, and they're playing off the wide receivers out wide, respecting the vertical passing game of Fairview.
This is huge for Hooker right here. If they can stop Fairview with the win, 3rd down and 13, Coach Bernard knows that he's going to call a timeout. 4:38 to play in the first half. The score, Hooker 6, Fairview nothing. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the Game of the Week presented by Brahms.
Summer job, babysitting money, graduation gifts. Sounds like it's time to open a free student checking account with Communication Federal Credit Union. It's made for teens and tweens. Open your new account and get a free Visa debit card for secure shopping power online or in stores. Plus, mom and dad can transfer money in and manage it all from the app. Go to comfedcu.org for details. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Farming today.
And whether Brahms is your stop for a burger and ice cream or your weekly trip for groceries from the fresh market, Brahms is proud to be a part of your family's tradition. Brahms, farm fresh for over 50 years and a proud title sponsor of the Game of the Week. Tom Nelson, Adam Dieselhorst with you. It is 3rd down and 13 for Fairview at the Hooker 41-yard line with 4:38 to play in the first half. And let's take a look at what's going on tonight in this district. A1-1. And, of course, this game here, you got Cashin at Crescent, big rivalry game, the War on 74. Hinson at Merritt, and then Sayer at Watonga. We'll see if we can find those scores for you on the Skordle scoreboard. 3rd and 13. Empty the backfield, 5 wide, 3 to the right side, 2 to the far side.
Bringing the house.
And Bernard almost stepped into the rush, and he is sacked. Wow. Back across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Hooker is heating the Jackets up. Great defensive play call with Fairview going empty. They brought both inside linebackers, plus they have that big line of 4 up front. So 6 guys. Fairview didn't have enough to block. And
I think it was Hunter Ray. We've called his name a couple of times.
We've seen Fairview quick kick a lot because you got Bernard back there at quarterback. So I would expect a quick kick here. But maybe they'll go for it. I don't know.
4 minutes to play. It's 4th down and 18. Yeah, he's going to step back and punt this one away.
Ooh.
It is a low snap, but no rush. He'll get it away, and nobody's back deep.
Good kick.
And it will die inside the 10-yard line down to the 5. So now with 3:47 to play in the first half, Hooker going into the win. The drive will start at their own 5-yard line in the shadow of their own goalpost. And in a ball game where field position has been so huge, here's another huge opportunity for Fairview to get a stop.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it the whole first quarter. I mean, Fairview spent the entire first quarter on this end of the field, and now you see Hooker doing the same thing. The difference is Hooker capitalized the one play that Fairview didn't take advantage of and had to punt into the wind and had the long run. But see what Hooker can do here running the ball. They're going to run stretch up high on the power side to the running back here.
1st down and 10 from the 5. Palacios just trying to get Out across the 10-yard line, give a little bit of breathing room.
That just shows the respect that Hooker has for Fairview's edge, because that formation, they like to run the stretch play out of it, and that time they ran a little counter play to Palacios.
5 carries, 12 yards rushing for Palacios, who this year averaging 11.7 yards a carry.
And Coach Powers doing the same thing as you saw Coach Bernard doing, taking some time, because they want that, obviously not having to play, give Fairview the wind. That's the situation we're in here.
They would love to string together a couple of first downs and get to the locker room up 6-0. There's no doubt about it. Palacios again, right side. He busts free. He has one man to beat to the 40, to the 30, angling to the near sideline, 20, 15, 10, and tackled at the 5-yard line. And Fairview fans give credit to Easton Hamer for staying with that and making the touchdown and making the tackle and saving the touchdown.
Major play for Hamer, but what a play. I mean, that's what we talked about earlier with Palacios. If you can't let him break a tackle. If he does, he's gone. He broke 2 arm tackles, got through the line of scrimmage, and he was gone.
88-yard run. So we talked about 5 carries for 12 yards, now 6 carries for 100. And it is 1st and goal at the 5. And you've got to give credit to Easton Hamer for Fairview, because he never slowed down, and he tackled him at the 5-yard line. And it won't be easy for a Hooker to get into the end zone here. Power formation with 3 in the backfield.
This is going to be all power up high, top side of the field to Palacios.
Palacios right side. And he will get just shy of the end zone, down to the 1. He'll gain 4.
Man, did you see that line push that time, Tom?
No doubt. Well, you talk about the fact that Palacios had 149 yards rushing in 2 games against Fairview last year. He's got 104 yards on 7 carries now in this one. An 88-yard run will always help.
Great job here by Powers, too, using this play clock as much as he can, because not only do they want to punch it in, but they don't want to give Fairview the ball back with the wind.
Yeah, the clock will run to 1:39. There's still 10 seconds on the play clock.
QB sneak.
They probably wouldn't mind not scoring here. Martins, Palacios. Palacios into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. 12-0. As Justin Palacios scores from 1 yard out. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the season. And they'll go for 2, leading 12-0.
Now we talk about how important these conversions are. Hooker did not get their first conversion, but
big conversion opportunity right here. Boy, they load up that backfield with big number 75, Rhett Nunley. 6'3", 335. They'll run behind him to the right side. And
he does.
Second effort is going to
he's
come up empty, come up just shy of the goal line.
Great effort.
No doubt. 1:23 to play in the first half. It's 12-0 Hooker. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the Game of the Week on Skordle, presented by Brahms.
Isn't just about hard work. It's about making smart choices. That's where Correction Line Ag and BW Fusion step in. We're redefining crop nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA delivers data-driven solutions tailored for every growth stage, boosting your farm's ROI. Ready to get started? Call 833-CLA-SOIL or visit correctionlineag.com. Smarter farming starts here.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
The High Plains Insurance.
Trevor Powers, the head coach for Hooker, at his 8th year at the helm here with 71 career wins. If this can hold and he gets career win number 72 tonight. It may be the biggest win of his career, at least here in Hooker. Into the wind, a short kick. Fairview will have a chance here, over a minute, to make something happen. And the return.
Hooker's got
ball is loose, and Hooker will come up with it on the return.
Oh, no, Fairview did get it.
Break for the Jackets right there. First down and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Well, Mr. Moe is with Hooker right now. They have all the momentum in this game. Look at their players and their fans. Lots of excitement. You've had a lot of disappointing games against this same Fairview Yellow Jackets team, and so a lot of confidence on that side of the ball.
1:17 to play. Jax Bernard has 2 completions. He has 2 interceptions. He'll look left. He's going deep. One-on-one coverage has a man. Oh, and through the hands of Easton Hamer, and Hamer had his man beat. He'd beaten Palacios.
And that was a great ball that time. That
really
ball was well thrown.
Compensated for the strong wind at his back and laid it in there perfect.
Close to a 50-yard pass completion for the Yellow Jackets brings up 2nd down and 10.
Clock stopped, 1:09 to play.
Good ball.
Sideline, ball caught. First down to the 45-yard line. Another catch by Hayden Miller. I'll mark it at the 47-yard line.
Fairview going NASCAR now and no huddle.
Gain of 17 right there.
Ooh, screen. Nice play call.
Ball is caught by Trace Bonham. Down the sideline to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. And Trace Bonham will drag a Bulldog into the end zone. And Fairview with a huge answer.
Massive, massive answer. Fantastic play call by the Jackets.
47-yard touchdown pass from Jax Bernard to Trace Bonham. For Bonham, it's his 8th touchdown reception of the season. And that'll make it 12-6, 49 seconds to play in the first half with the extra point upcoming. Austin Hickman is 38 of 39 on extra points.
Well, you knew it was coming because of how aggressive Hooker has been all night.
Miller's hold is good. Hickman is 39 for 40, and it's 12-7. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the Game of the Week on Skordle, presented by Brahms.
Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Fairview gets back within a score on a 3-play, 65-yard drive that took 28 seconds, 47-yard hookup from Jax Bernard to Trace Bonham. Extra point by Hickman is good, 12-7, 49 seconds to play in the first half, and the kick with the wind will go through the end zone. Now, you take a look, we've had 3 scoring drives in this ball game. Hooker's first one, 3 plays, 38 yards, 23 seconds. Their second one, 5 plays, 95 yards, and 2:24. And that one, 3 plays, 65 yards in 28 seconds for Fairview.
Explosive plays, the way this game's played now, so much differently than it used to be played back in the day. You know, to be able to score on really good defenses, you have to be able to have explosive plays. And both these teams have the athletes and the type of players that can do that.
I'm Hooker. I get this one to the locker room.
Yes, sir. And Fairview does not have timeouts. I think they have one maybe, so.
Palacios up the middle. Hey, if he can break one free like he did last time, they'd take it. And he'll gain 2.
He almost fumbled it. This will probably be close to the last play. There'll be one more right on the last play. They probably can just take it in, right? Because it's right on the play clock, Tom?
It's the game clock is a second ahead.
Yeah.
They could let this one run out.
Yep.
Stick around at halftime. We'll go back and recap the scoring. We'll go through the stats, and we are going to eat some good old-fashioned barbecue from Oklahoma Smoke.
Well, what an answer by the Jackets. What great first half by the Bulldogs, really. 2 really great drives like you talked about, big plays. This is just like what we thought, right? Prize fight. 2 of the best teams, obviously, in the state, and glad to be here.
Hooker will get the ball first to start the third quarter. They lead going into the locker room in this huge matchup in Class A1. Number 2, Hooker 12. Number 1, Fairview 7. We'll take a break. Second half around the corner. You're watching it on Skordle, brought to you by Brahms.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
For a bank that's big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you, turn to Alva State Bank. Whether you're opening your first checking account, going to college, starting a small business, planning a wedding, or having a baby, Alva State Bank is here for all of life's milestones. To learn more, visit any Alva State Bank branch or go online to alvastatebank.com. Alva State Bank. They plant roots where others have branches. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237-7060. Downtown Threads, proudly supporting all local high school athletes.
Ready to get back in the game? Great news. The movement experts at Physical Therapy Central can help you find relief and results and keep you off the sidelines. With over 30 convenient locations across Oklahoma City and beyond, contact PT Central today at ptcentral.org to see a physical therapist.
When your business is agriculture, you want a bank behind you that doesn't cut and run at the first sign that there will be some tough times ahead. There are good years and there are always bad years. At Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, we're here for them all. Agriculture, it's the backbone of our local community. We believe in it. We invest in it. We're here for the long haul. If you're in agriculture, it's time to let Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma make your best even better. Contact a loan officer today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, the area's leading lender in agriculture.
For over a century, Sooner Plains Ag has been at the heart of our communities. Sooner Plains Ag is proud to support all area students and athletes from their hometowns and yours. Sooner Plains Ag is ready to service your grain, fertilizer, and farm supply needs. You can also fill up at one of their 2 convenience stores in Fairview and Mino. Sooner Plains Ag is honored to serve their member owners in their 4-county area for more than 100 years. Sooner Plains Ag, farmers helping farmers. It's that simple.
Brahms Banana Fudge Sundae gives a whole new meaning to decadent taste. 2 creamy scoops of premium vanilla ice cream overflowing with delicious hot fudge and fresh slices of banana to create the perfect balance between the fruity banana flavor and rich hot fudge. Treat yourself to a banana fudge sundae at Brahms, where every spoonful is pure bliss.
No matter what comes our way, we'll always put you first. You're more than a patient. You're someone we care about. And we're working hard every day to keep you safe and continue to give you the best care so you can feel comfortable here. Not because Stillwater Medical is a healthcare provider, but because we're your provider. And we're ready to see you and serve you right here at home.
Feel safe and secure with Arlo Wireless Outdoor Camera, available at Pioneer. Arlo offers top-notch protection with crystal clear video quality, rain or shine. Monitor your home from anywhere with remote smartphone access, whether you're at home or on the go. Arlo keeps you connected to what matters most. Trust Arlo and Pioneer to keep your home safe and secure. Visit gopioneer.com to get your Arlo wireless cameras today.
Are you looking for a local, reliable propane provider? Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
For more than a century, you have made St. Mary's your healthcare choice. It might be our dedication, compassion, and skill, or the personalized patient experience. Perhaps it is our award-winning, high-quality care. Whatever your reason, you trust St. Mary's will offer advanced technology and comprehensive care close to home. Learn more about our services at stmarysregional.com.
Stream like the pros with Skordle Live. Find out more at skordle.com/stream.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song in our database is 100% lyric safe, which means you can stop screening music for good. Game Time also provides custom messaging to help you promote your upcoming events, concessions, and event-specific announcements. And it gives you the opportunity to sell sponsorships on your station that will generate revenue for your athletic department. Amp up your game day with Game Time.
East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma, provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkumpregnant.org. That's thinkumpregnant.org.
Enabling local. Sidwell Distribution is a local business that loves supporting Northwest Oklahoma schools and businesses. We are here to service all of your concession stands, restaurants, food trucks, churches, and more. With candy, paper goods, fried food basics, and even local products, we will exceed your expectations with competitive pricing and excellent service.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Why be a Ranger?
Halftime in Hooker tonight, the 12-7 lead for Hooker over Fairview. Let's go back and recap the first half. And we started off the ball game with 5 consecutive empty drives, including Fairview 3 and out to start the ball game, punted it away. A 3 and out for Hooker. They punted it away. Fairview took over on their own 20-yard line. And then Jax Bernard threw his first of 2 interceptions. And then Hooker got the ball back on their own 24. They punted the ball away. Fairview took over on their own 11, had to punt the football away, and that set up the punt into the breeze, set up Hooker first down and 10 at the Fairview 38-yard line. They scored in 3 plays, took 23 seconds as Cleet Martins on the 15-yard touchdown run, the 2-point conversion run, no good. 11:54 to play in the first half, and Hooker on top by a score of 6-0. After that, another interception by Jax Bernard, and then 4 consecutive punts. And then that last punt by Fairview set up Hooker on their own 5-yard line in the shadow of their own goalposts. And on third down from the 5-yard line, take it back from the 7-yard line, Justin Palacios totaled it for 88 yards, an 88-yard run down to the Fairview 5-yard line, and then he scored from 1 yard out at the 1:23 mark of the first half. 5-play, 95-yard drive in 2 minutes and 24 seconds. The 2-point conversion run failed, and Hooker on top 12-0. But Fairview wasted no time getting back within a possession. They took over on their own 35-yard line with 1:17 to play. They scored in 3 plays. It took 28 seconds off the clock, and it was a 47-yard touchdown pass from Jax Bernard to Trace Bonham. The extra point kick by Austin Hickman made it score 12-7, 49 seconds to play in the first half, and that is how we stand at halftime. Second half coming up, Hooker 12, Fairview 7. And you're watching the Game of the Week on Skordle, brought to you by Brahms.
At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free.
And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
The future comes fast, which is why it's important to start planning for tomorrow, today. So whether you're setting aside money for something special or just safeguarding it against a rainy day, at Gateway, we've got competitive rates on a full suite of savings products. So consider us your gateway to earning money on your money. Open a high-yield savings account with an annual percentage yield of 3.5%. Visit gatewayfirst.com. Gateway First Bank, member FDIC.
Summer job, babysitting money, graduation gifts. Sounds like it's time to open a free student checking account with Communication Federal Credit Union. It's made for teens and tweens. Open your new account and get a free Visa debit card for secure shopping power online or in stores. Plus, mom and dad can transfer money in and manage it all from the app. Go to comfedcu.org for details. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Farming today isn't just about hard work. It's about making smart choices. That's where Correction Line Ag and BW Fusion step in. We're redefining crop nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA delivers data-driven solutions tailored for every growth stage, boosting your farm's ROI. Ready to get started? Call 833-CLA-SOIL or visit correctionlineag.com. Smarter farming starts here.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
The High Plains Insurance Agency takes pride in keeping up with many changes in the crop insurance industry and keeping their insurers informed of these changes. The goal is to help each farmer customize their crop insurance to meet their needs. Thanks for your continued business. And remember, call Amy, Carissa, or Danny at High Plains Insurance in Medford and Loyal at 580-395-2447 or toll free at 1-800-346-4056 for a quote today.
Halftime in Hooker, the Bulldogs on top of the Jackets, 12-7. Let's go back and recap the numbers in the first half. First of all, for Fairview, on the ground, 13 rushes, no rushing yards. As Jax Bernard, 11 carries for -3. Take it back, 11 carries for -2. And then Trace Bonham, 1 carry for 2 yards. Alex Hauk, 1 carry for no yards. Through the air, Jax Bernard is 5 of 11 for 79 yards. And that last long completion will move him into 6th place all-time in state passing history as he passed Jeremy Littell from Stillwater. So next up is Ben Harmon from Cashin, who sits at 10,696, as Bernard now about 6,110 or 10,110 in his career. So 5-11 passing for 79 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions by Bernard. So 24 offensive plays for 79 yards, averaging 3.3 yards per play. Leading receiver for Fairview, Haddon Miller, has 4 receptions for 38 yards. And, of course, Trace Bonham, 1 catch for the 47-yard touchdown. For Hooker, 21 rushes, 145 yards. And Justin Palacios, helped by the big 88-yard run he had on that touchdown drive. 9 carries, 107 yards. And then, let's see, Peyton Parker, 1 for 2. Keelan Robinson, 3 carries for -1. And Cleet Martins, 7 carries for 36 yards. He had a 15-yard touchdown run in the first half as well. So 21 for 145 on the ground, averaging 6.9 yards per carry. Through the air, Cleet Martins is 0 for 1. 22 offensive plays, 145 yards. They're averaging 6.6 yards per play. 12-7. Hooker leads Fairview. We'll take a break. Second half coming up in about 5 or 6 minutes. We'll check the Skordle scoreboard when we come back. You're watching it on Skordle.tv, brought to you by Braum.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off. Back at Hooker, the Bulldogs on top of Fairview 12-7. Let's check the Skordle scoreboard. A1 scoreboard. First of all, Rejoice Christian leading Hartshorn 14-0 at the half. Here's a district game. Cashin over Crescent 33-13. Christian Heritage shutting out Frederick 17-0. Pawnee at the half leading Quapaw 50-0 tonight. Sayre over Watonga. That's a game here in District 1. Sayre leads that game 14-13 at the half. Big game that we picked this week on the Pick'em show. Walters leading Minco 14-8 at the half. Panama over Warner 20-15. That ball game at the half. Haskell leads Holbert 29-18. That ball game in the second quarter. Here's a District 1 game. Hinton over Merritt 25-0 at the half. Pecola over Shoto Maisie 38-14. And then Wynnewood over Okema at the half 31-6. Final score in A1 that we have: Stratford over Hobart 14-6.
Tom, getting those scores from Skordle.com. You can also get the scores from the Skordle app. If you don't have that downloaded, you can download that for free. But we're going to check out a few scores in 6A1. And 6A1, one of the games we talked about, Jinx with a big early lead on Deer Creek, 21-0. Another game that we discussed on our Pick'em show, Norman leads Moore 14-7 in a nail-biter. Norman North leads Broken Arrow. Norman North has not won a game this year, but they have had a tough schedule. So big shout out to Coach Jones of Norman North. They lead 21-14 currently. In 6A2, check out a couple scores here of interest. How about the other game we talked about? Stillwater Choctaw knotted up at 14 in the first half.
I believe I picked Choctaw on that one.
I'm going to go to some other games a little closer to home with our Skordle network. Class 4A. The Blanchard and Ardmore game. Blanchard leads that one 28-6 at half. How about this score? Wagner 21, Cushing 10.
Wow.
Midway through the second quarter. That's a closer game than I would have expected.
I'll hit some A2 scores here real quick and tell you that Ketchum is leading Porter Consolidated 36-20 in the second quarter. Apache and Southwest Covenant tied at 12. Moreland over Carnegie 14-6. Gore over Wawoka 16-0. Central Sallisaw leads Mounds 20-8. Thomas over Texoma 13-6. That's just down the road here in the Panhandle. Wilson over Rush Springs 14-6. Hominy over Fairland 27-7. Woodland shutting out Afton 46-0 at the half. Regent Prep all over Allen 41-12 in the second quarter. Good ball game in Wayne tonight. Wayne leads Elmore City Purnell 28-20 in the second quarter. Barnsdall over Summit Christian 21-7. And Mangum over Cordell in the second quarter 52-0.
Tom, I'll go to 2A1 just down the road in Enid. just down the road. Normally just down the road, not right now. Nothing's really just down the road outside that Texoma game. But Jones leads Chisholm 28-14. Millwood all over Mount St. Mary's 22-6. Hugo leads Kiefer 14-8. Here's a good one. Another game that was on our pay dirt this week. Perry and OCS knotted up at 14. We talked about the Washington game. Washington leads at halftime 21-0 over Marlowe. And another game familiar to Fairview fans, Kingston leads Heavener. Heavener 4-1 on the season, but Kingston leads 31-7.
And I'll do a weather report for you. I think the wind is down a little bit, but not very much. About 21 miles an hour from the south, but it's still pretty consistent. Not going to be easy to motor your offense against this breeze, and it definitely played a factor in the first half, and I would assume it will play a factor here in the second half. Hooker is going to get the football, and they should get pretty good starting field position because Fairview is kicking into the wind. They'll try to squib it, and it should be pretty good field position for Hooker. Justin Palacios, 9 carries, 107 yards. Cleet Martin, 7 carries for 36 yards. Each of them have 1 rushing touchdown each. And we'll see what they can do with their first possession with the wind here in quarter number 3. 12-7, Hooker. Here we go. Squib kick is covered by an up man. Covering it is Gannon Hill. And good field position. First down and 10. Hooker will start at their 47.
A little bit strange that the clock didn't start.
You're exactly right. It should have at least ticked off a couple of seconds. It did not. It makes it easier for me when I'm doing the time of possession. If they score a touchdown, it's easier to figure it out that way. I don't have to do as much math.
Well, my clock's at 11:59 that I'm running, so I don't know. That's not the official clock. But
So first down and 10 for Hooker with the 12-7 lead on the near hash. 1 wide out to the short side of the field, 3 to the left. They spread the field. Palacios lined up next to Martins. And Martins wants to throw with the wind. Far sideline. Man is wide open, but he overshot his intended receiver. Trying to find Trace Duncan. That ball hung up there a little bit.
Love the route concept there. Jackets defender didn't drop deep enough in his flat. Had a man wide open. Like you said, the ball just sailed.
That would have been, with the run, 20, 30 yards by the time they reeled him in. Second down and 10. Tom Nelson, Adam Dieselhorst with you. On the camera tonight, Joshua Nelson getting his baptism by fire at one of the best games in the state.
Doing a great job.
I talked to him at halftime. He's having fun. Dad and son get to hang out and have some good fun time on a Friday night. Martins, right side, to the 50, 45, 40, 35. He could be gone. To the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Cleet Martins from 53 yards out, and that will make it 18-7.
Just a great block up front. Credit Cleet Martins. Cleet is patient there. Fairview's just keying so much on Palacios. Great blocking.
Well, the Bulldogs have not made an extra point tonight. They've gone for 2 twice and come up empty. So right now it's an 11-point game. Boy, big play. They've had a couple of big plays in the running game. Palacios' big 88-yard run and that 53-yard run by Cleet Martins. For Martins, it is his 5th rushing touchdown of the season. And Hooker trying to end Fairview's 36-game winning streak. Palacios up the middle. Can he push into the end zone? He does. 2-point conversion to make it 20-7. We'll take a break and be right back. 11:44 to play in the third quarter. You're watching the game of the week from Hooker on Skordle.
For a bank that's big enough to serve you, but small enough to know you, turn to Alva State Bank. Whether you're opening your first checking account, going to college, starting a small business, planning a wedding, or having a baby, Alva State Bank is here for all of life's milestones. To learn more, visit any Alva State Bank branch or go online to alvastatebank.com. Alva State Bank. They plant roots where others have branches. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Day in and day out, you're committed. Every practice, every training, every game, every meet, you put in the work. Your fans may not see it, but you do. You have a story to tell, a personal brand, a career to launch, and an audience to connect with. Take control of your story with Athleon.co. You're doing the work. You deserve to benefit from it.
Trace Duncan will kick with the breeze here and take it inside the 10-yard line. On the return, across the 25-yard line, and stopped right there. That's Wyatt Schmitz on the return. And Fairview now down 20-7, down by 13. Take over first down and 10. The line of scrimmage is the 26-yard line. And in this 36-game winning streak, you wonder how many times Fairview has been down double digits. Bernard threw it behind his intended receiver. That was Gannon Hill. Got spun around a little bit. Take it back. It's Noah Schmidt getting spun around a little bit. Second down and 10. And Jax Bernard now, 5 of 12 passing, 79 yards and 2 interceptions. It has not been a Jax Bernard kind of a night, but he has plenty of time. You know, with the way he can sling the football, they're only down by 2 touchdowns. This time he'll run it up the middle. Across the 25-yard line out to the 28, picking up 2. Aiden Woolridge on the stop. Bernard now 12 carries for 0 yards rushing. It's third down and 8.
Watch for something over the middle for Fairview.
Bernard has time. Now it's breaking down, and he will be sacked. Back at the 25. I think they'll give him forward progress to the 26, but he'll lose 2. And just like that, 3 and out for the Jackets. And now a punt into that win on fourth down and 10. So Hooker is about to get really good field position again. They've already scored once here early in the second quarter, or the second half, and they should get the ball around midfield by the time this is all said and done. Bernard's punt. And it's going to angle toward the far sideline. The wind's going to push it back. Hooker is going to take over at the 36. And Adam, they could go a long way toward putting a stranglehold on this ball game if they score here with 10-10 to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, you don't want to say it's a must stop, but obviously the way that Hooker has been busting out the big plays here, you know, Fairview's got to have some success here on this drive, especially with Hooker having the win behind their back.
First down and 10 from the 36-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Little push in the pile for Palacios. Not a whole lot there. Matter of fact, they'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. His Hooker team, the past 2.5 seasons, 26 wins and 8 losses. 3 of those losses to Fairview, 3 more to Sunray, Texas, a Texas powerhouse. They would love to get a W over the Jackets here tonight. Near sideline, Clayton Martins, it's strung out. And he is pushed out of bounds by Wyatt Schmitz.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the garment, we do the rest. We will handle all the payments and cut you one check when the website is closed. Call today, 580-237.
Brahms, a proud sponsor of the Game of the Week, serving delicious cheeseburgers, freshly squeezed limeades, crinkle-cut fries, hand-dipped ice cream, milkshakes, and sundaes made with delicious A2 fresh milk. Brahms, farm fresh for over 50 years. 3rd down and 7 for Hooker. Martins to his left, throwing down the field, has a man behind the defense, caught, touchdown. Trace Duncan. And for Duncan, his first catch of the night. Now the first completion of the night, as a matter of fact. And that one goes for 34 yards and a touchdown for Trace Duncan. It is his 5th touchdown reception of the year.
Well, a great job by Cleet Martins there, just putting that one up in the only spot. I thought maybe he was going to possibly overthrow him. But, man, big-time play by the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs, you talked about it, Tom. Just that big play Fairview to death on long runs and placid passes like that.
Cleet Martin's first completed pass. He's now 1 for 3 for 34 yards and a touchdown. 26-7, 2-point conversion. Martins will push into the end zone. They make the call. Yes, no, he comes up short. Not my mistake. 9:19 to play in the third. Now 26-7. Bulldogs. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the Game of the Week on Skordle, brought to you by Brahms.
Brahms Banana Fudge Sundae gives a whole new meaning to decadent taste. 2 creamy scoops of premium vanilla ice cream overflowing with delicious hot fudge and fresh slices of banana to create the perfect balance between the fruity banana flavor and rich hot fudge. Treat yourself to a banana fudge sundae at Brahms, where every spoonful is pure bliss.
Well, Hooker just did exactly what they wanted to do. They're taking advantage of the wind, the field position, and scoring quick. 2 touchdowns in the first 2.5 minutes of this third quarter. The latest, a 34-yard touchdown pass from Cleet Martins to Trace Duncan. 2-point conversion, no good. 9:19 to play. 26-7, 3-play, 36-yard drive. Took 51 seconds off the clock, and now it's a pretty big mountain for Fairview.
Yeah, especially the way that Hooker has been defending Fairview all night. Fairview into the teeth of this win. They've got to get something going offensively. Have to find a way to establish some kind of semblance in the run game.
And once again, on top of all that, into that 25-mile-an-hour wind. Near side, ball is caught. Turning it up for yards across the 25 to the 27-yard line is Haddon Miller. For Miller, that's his 5th catch of the night. He'll gain 8.
Fairview goes NASCAR now. They're going to go fast. Watch for a lot of short routes, like the play call there.
Up the middle, and Jacks will get the first down across the 30-yard line out of the 32, picking up 4.
That's Woolridge. Great play there.
Under 9 to play in the third quarter. Fairview has to score on this drive. They trail 26-7. Will be stepped under the rush. Trying to find some running room, and he'll pick up a couple out to the 36. Picking up 4.
Woolridge again on the tackle. Plus yardage for Fairview, though?
Well, Bernard has 15 carries for 6 yards, so yes, they actually have 8 yards of rushing now. Push up the middle. As Hauk will get the carry, his second of the night. No gain on that play. 3rd down and about 6 or so.
Watch the little stick route down here to Miller.
Looking to him right there. Miller makes the catch. He's going to be a yard short of the 1st down. Fairview may have to go for this.
Yeah, you got to get to the stick there if you're Fairview on that play, but great job, great tackle by Palacios. Either QB draw or run the same play again if they're going to play off him that far.
4th and 1, got to get it, and they will not.
Nope.
Boy, cleaning him up was big old Rhett Nunley.
Big time stop by Hooker.
A loss of 2. So Hooker will take over now in Fairview territory at the 39. And for the 2nd drive in a row, they will start a drive in Jackets territory. They're on top 26-7.
And you know they're going to go for it big here with having the win.
Yep.
You know, the next quarter they will not have it, so.
Late arriving out there is Tatum Trimble. And on 1st down.
QB counter again.
There goes Martins. Cleet Martins beginning to find some running room. Inside the 25-yard line, down to the 24. That's a gain of 15.
Not sure I really understand why they didn't start the play clock there, the clock there.
There was a flag late. Hooker indicating this will be against Fairview.
It's got to be a personal foul then against Fairview. It's really the only thing that can happen. Oh, no, I think they're going the other way.
Oh, it is. They are going. So that'll move Hooker back to the 34-yard line. Illegal block back to the 34-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 5.
Hooker has really found something they like with this QB counter play where they're just too much attention drawn to Palacios. And give Cleet Martins a ton of credit. He's been super patient in the runs, made some good throws tonight. He's played a heck of a game.
Martins this time. Little give to Palacios and nothing doing.
Yeah, his knee went down that time.
Yeah.
He was met in the backfield by the Jackets.
He'll pick up a yard, and that's about it. At the 33-yard line as we'll tick under 7 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter.
Well, and if you're Hooker here, too, you should not snap the ball unless it's about under 5 on every play clock of every play. You want to shorten this game, especially the fact that you've got the win and a big lead.
Yeah, the play clock still has 17 seconds left on it. Martins.
QB power.
Angling left. He'll get down to the 30, 31-yard line, picking up a couple.
Short end of the play. Yellow Jackets defense making nice plays on those runs.
103 yards rushing tonight for Cleet Martin, so 2 backs have rushed for over 100 yards tonight for the Bulldogs. 3rd down and 2.
And this is 4-down territory, too, for Hooker, so just 2 simple run plays. They're going to run that same power play they run to Palacios towards us. Oh, he fumbled it.
He's pushed from behind. He'll push forward for the 1st down. That's a break for Cleet Martins and Hooker right there down to the 27. He'll end up picking up 4.
That's a hard part about going under center. You know, when you're not typically going under center, he bobbled that snap. We saw him do that earlier on, too, in a possession and was able to keep control of it.
You know, the last time that Fairview lost a football game, 37 games ago to end the season in 2021, lost to Tonkawa.
We covered that one.
Yeah, on Skordle.
Quarterfinal game, I believe, right?
Yeah. After that, 2 undefeated 15-0 state championship seasons, and here we are, 7 games deep into this season. Martin's this time.
Good run.
Just knocking him off down to the 22. He'll pick up 5. They'd love to just keep doing that.
Well, he's just running through tackles because Fairview had a defender in the backfield there, and he broke the tackle and got +5. It's been the difference of this game, obviously running the ball and just timely pass plays if you're Hooker. When you can run the ball, things come a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, Palacios has 108 yards rushing, and now Martins has 112. So those two have combined for 220 yards on the ground. 2nd down and 5. This time, the carry by Landon Lee. For Lee, it's his first carry of the night, his 32nd carry of the season. He had 31 for 180 and a touchdown coming in, averaging 5.8 yards a carry. And he'll pick up 3 right there down to the 20, down to the 19-yard line. And that clock continues to dwindle. 4:40 left in the 3rd. So glad you can be watching us wherever you may be tonight across the great state of Oklahoma on Skordle.tv, on the Sports Animal platform. One of the best games in the state, a couple of powerhouses. And there's Lee again.
And this is the exact kind of drive you want if you're Hooker. I mean, just what the doctor ordered, just the clock is just ticking and ticking. You know, I'm still a little surprised that they haven't tried to take a little bit more time before they snap the ball before every play, but I'm not a coach. I'm just up here in this booth.
This is the 8th play of the drive that started back on the Fairview 39-yard line, so Hooker is doing a good job just milking the clock, and you're right, they could take a little bit more, but they're getting it, 5-yard chunks, 4- and 5-yard chunks to move the chains. This time it's Martins going left, and he get to the edge. He'll turn it up in a flag back here. Somebody held.
Yeah. Houck was held. Houck got by his man. The lineman just reached out and grabbed him. But, man, they had 2 guys out there combo blocking a Fairview defender all the way out of bounds.
Well, and that will get Hooker off schedule, move it back to about the 25-yard line. And it will be 1st down and 25. Boy, there is a nice crowd here tonight. The far stands, the home stands are full of Bulldog fans, and Fairview always travels well. They've got a big crowd who made the 3-hour trip out here from Fairview tonight. And it's a work day tomorrow. No school tomorrow. It's fall break, but it is a work day for mom and dad. So now 1st and 20.
But Fairview does a better job that time against QB counter. That play has killed them tonight, and that time they had it schemed up.
Yeah, the short gain right there.
But like we talked about now, I think Coach Powers is being a little bit more patient with the clock now, seeing that.
Yeah, they can run this thing down under 3 minutes.
Easy. Still got a couple more downs because this is 4-down territory, obviously.
Martins to throw this time. Near corner of the end zone and tried to run under it, but incomplete as Keelan Robinson couldn't track it down in the back corner of the end zone.
That was an interesting spiral.
Yeah, for Martins, he's now 1 for 4 passing. The 1 completion, a 34-yard touchdown pass to Trace Duncan on that last drive. Clock stops, 3:01 to play in the 3rd. I know Hooker doesn't want to think about it yet, but next week on the road at Merritt in district play. And for Fairview, They're on the road at Hinton.
We were talking about this the other night, just looking forward to the playoffs. If things play out the way they should, Picola, if Hooker wins tonight, Picola has to travel to Hooker. That is a 7-hour trip.
Yeah. Pass incomplete. Yeah, well, I was talking about that with Coach Powers about how big this win is if they can get it, particularly because of where they are and them not having to travel and all those teams coming from the east side out here. And this is not, as I can attest, the first time we've been out here, this is not an easy place to come in and get a win.
No, it isn't. 7 hours road trip. That's like driving from Oklahoma City to St. Louis.
Yeah.
Right? About 8 hours?
I haven't made that drive. So
I have. Back when the Cardinals were actually decent at baseball.
So from the 24-yard line, it's 4th and 18. They're going to go for it.
An additional guy out in a route.
Left side toward the end zone and incomplete. There were 3 jackets over there in the corner. The pass was intended for Duncan. And for the first time tonight, we have a drive coming to an end on 4th down on downs as opposed to a punt or an interception, a turnover.
We've been talking about all this game has been played very clean. There have not been a lot of flags. It's moved along fairly quickly. This third quarter has seemed like it's taken an eternity. But
so the drive will start for Fairview with 2:51 to play in the third quarter. They are down 26-7.
Ooh, good
Ball
catch.
caught off the deflection, off the rebound. Haddon Miller, another catch. He's had a big night. That's catch number 7 for him.
Well, and that was a scary situation there. If that ball got tipped over his head, that was going to be picked. So good job by Miller. One thing that we haven't seen tonight is the Hamer kid. He's a big play threat for Fairview. They missed him on a deep route earlier, but have not hit him tonight.
Bernard, he's going to slide out of a tackle, take it to the near side, and he's helped by a block. He has running room, 40, 45, stays on his feet, and then tackled at about the 45-yard line. Boy, first down yardage, and he was helped. There was a block on this near side.
What a hustle by Nunley, the big man.
Yeah.
Making the play downfield.
And I believe it was Trace Bonham who had the great block that kept the run alive. So out of the 41-yard line, a gain of 15.
That's the biggest run play of the night for Fairview.
Pick up the snap, and he'll be hammered down. Peyton Parker with the sack. For Parker, his second sack of the season. And that was a ball that Jax Bernard just could not pick up off the turf. He kind of double clutched at it. By the time he picked it up, Parker was on top of him. Back at the 37, a loss of 4.
No, loss of 9.
Oh, the loss of 9. You're right. You're right. The line of scrimmage was the 46. So on 2nd and long, going deep against the wind. A lot of blue jerseys down there.
Ooh, ball was dropped.
Easton Hamer, you talked about how he's not had a catch all night. He went for him right there.
Hooker had him in coverage. He had 3 guys draped around him, and Hamer almost went up and made the play.
So now 3rd down and about 19.
Fairview obviously in a situation where everything is 4-down territory. So you want to make a play call here where you can pick up a decent chunk so you have a 4th down and manageable if you can.
Well, and Hooker can also just pin their ears back because they know they've got to throw and it's against the wind.
Might not be a bad idea to – what do we got going on here?
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning.
Actually wasn't too bad of a deal because it lets them reset and call the play. So
3rd down and 19.
Watch Bonham here on a vertical lined up down here below us. Nope. They just brought him in for max protection.
He's tackled from behind, a sack by Peyton Parker. His 2nd sack on this drive. And his 3rd sack on the season.
Big man
back
just
to the
gets
30.
right by Bonham. And they brought Bonham down to help him block, but man, This defensive line has been so impressive tonight for Hooker.
Final minute of the third quarter. It's now 4th down and 25. Near side ball caught at the 40, but well short of the first down. The nice tackle over here on the near sideline by Palacios. The catch was made by Trace Bonham, his second catch of the night. The gain of 11, but not nearly enough. And Hooker will take over in Fairview territory. I think it's beginning to set in for the Jackets. They've had a really, really, really good run over the past 2.5 years. But tonight is Hooker's night.
Well, especially if Hooker can obviously take this thing down. They're going to have the ball here, and you know, the way they've been chewing up yards running the ball, another 3 or 4 minute drive really makes this thing difficult to come back from.
I wouldn't be surprised with 27 seconds to play with the win. They might do something and no, they're going to hand off left side, the little counter, and a couple of yards for Landon Lee, and that should be the end of the third quarter.
Clock is your best friend if you're Hooker right now. You've got a 3-score lead, so 2-score lead, a little over. You got Fairview, you'd have to score 3 times.
Yep.
You knew what I meant.
And that'll do it. Through 3 quarters, Hooker is 12 minutes away from a final that will resonate across the state. They lead Fairview 26-7. We'll take a break and be right back. It's the game of the week on Skordle, presented by Brahms.
No matter what comes our way, we'll always put you first. You're more than a patient. You're someone we care about. And we're working hard every day to keep you safe and continue to give you the best care so you can feel comfortable here. Not because Stillwater Medical is a healthcare provider, but because we're your provider. And we're ready to see you and serve you right here at home.
We're back.
26-7, the big lead for Hooker over Fairview. We go to the fourth quarter, and it will be Hooker football going into the win now, but leading 26-7 on first down. Hands it off Palacios right up the middle, and he'll get a couple 3 yards down to the 35-yard line, picking up 4.
Well, just chunks and chunks and chunks, and that's what Hooker's doing. At first, the first half of this game, Fairview really had their running game bottled up, and now we saw some explosive plays. They're doing a better job with the quarterback run game stuff, and now Palacios starting to get some space, and these plays that were stopped at the line of scrimmage are becoming 4- and 5-yard runs.
One thing you will notice, I said going to the break, this is a score that will resonate across the state. I did not say this is an upset that will resonate across the state, because Hooker is a darn good football team.
Very good team.
And I don't think you call this an upset. This is 2 good football teams, and one is better than the other one on this night. Slipping through traffic for a couple more.
Looks like he's close to the first down.
Palacios down to the 32.
Still a little bit surprised that Hooker is not snapping the ball closer to the end of the play clock. But
you know, Hooker came in averaging 46 points a game and giving up 17. Fairview scoring 48 a game, giving up 22. And boy, this Hooker defense has been solid. It's been a long night for Jax Bernard. They've made it a long night for him. So here's 4th down and 2. That power formation in the backfield. Give it off to the fullback up the middle. Yeah, just right up the middle, Peyton Parker. To the 30-yard line, move the chains, first down. For Peyton Parker, his second run of the night, he came in with 13 carries for 31 and 4 touchdowns. So a couple of more carries for 4 yards for him tonight. It's first down and 10 at the 30. Tom Nelson, Adam Dieselhorst, and Joshua Nelson on camera tonight. And after this ball game, there is a lot of barbecue for us to consume before the drive home. I got to think it's a good night for Oklahoma Smoked Barbecue. David Ray, whose son is having a good game out there for the Bulldogs. And he provided us. I've never had a barbecue buffet in the press box. Palacios, right side, down to the 26. $117 yards rushing now on 14 carries for Justin Palacios.
Yeah, Hooker's got to be over 200 yards rushing for the night, right?
Oh, heck, they've got 2 guys over 100.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe close to 300.
Let's see here. 117 and 112 for your running back and your quarterback. So you're at 229 with those 2 guys, and not a whole lot other than those 2. Probably at about 240 rushing.
Better job managing the play clock here for Hooker. Now they're going to snap under 5. That's what you got to do about every one of these plays left. Big hole.
It's Landon Lee again. Landon Lee. I tell you what, you've got Palacios, and you counter with Lee going the other way. Down to the 21, gaining 5.
I like the play call. Like you said, run the counter. You know, everybody's going to be keen on Palacios and even Cleet Martin. But, man, the weapons that Hooker has across the board. Big kids, too. All big, thick kids. Strong, big offensive line. Skill players all are big and can run. Really impressive team.
They'll let that play clock run down to 10 seconds right now.
Snap it under 5 is what they always say. That's what they're doing. Big hole.
Palacios right side, running room, 15 to the 10, and inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 6. So we'll end up picking about 15 on that one. Make it 14 as he gets down to the 7-yard line. I was going to go back here and go back a few years. Fairview down 26-7, trailing by 19. Well, interesting. Last time they lost a game by this much, Hooker 54, Fairview 16, back in 2020. The last time Hooker won in the series. That was during COVID. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Great job here by Cleet Martins taking this thing under 5 like we talked about.
Palacios turns it up, pushes the pile down to the 4, just running that clock.
What do we got time-wise on this drive? They started this thing, right?
Started at 27 seconds in the third quarter. So, yeah, it's about 5 minutes right now, which is just what the doctor ordered. This is the 9th play of the drive that started at the Fairview 41. So they've done exactly what they needed to do here.
It's really been all about this power run game in the second half. I mean, the big long fade route by Cleet Martin's a great play to stretch the defense, but really it's been all about the run game in the second half.
Palacios looking for his second rushing touchdown of the night. Let's see if they give the ball to him. That's a quarterback keeper by Martins that time. He'll get down to the 1.
It's just shy.
Just keep on running that clock, and we'll get down to just over 6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter after this next play if they run that clock down. Yeah, they're going to party like it's 2020. Well, no, I'm not going to say that because that was COVID. There were no parties going on in 2020. Let's just say they will be having an entertaining evening, a fun evening in Hooker tonight. They get to take a day or two off with fall break and enjoy it. Third and goal at the 1.
Fullback touchdown.
Landon Lee for the touchdown. So Landon Lee will score from 1 yard out. That's his second rushing touchdown of the season. 32-7. Very, very impressive night for Hooker, and everybody across the state got to see it on Skordle and on the Sports Animal. And we are halfway through the fourth quarter, 6:01 to play. They'll go for 2.
It's thrown low.
Pass incomplete. 2-point conversion, no good. 6:01 to play in the ball game, 32-7. Hooker. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching it on Skordle. It's brought to you by Brahms.
Propane provider Earnhardt Oil and Propane has been serving customers throughout Oklahoma since 1971. Let them tailor a pricing option to fit your budget. Avoid winter price spikes with easy pay, steady, predictable monthly payments you can count on. Need more fuel options? They also offer bulk fuel delivery, DEF, lubricants, and supplies for your business, all at competitive prices. For reliability 3 generations strong, call Earnhardt Oil and Propane at 866-270-1279 or visit www.earnhardtpropane.com.
For more than a century, you have made St. Mary's your healthcare choice. It might be our dedication, compassion, and skill, or the personalized patient experience. Perhaps it is our award-winning, high-quality care. Whatever your reason, you trust St. Mary's will offer advanced technology and comprehensive care close to home. Learn more about our services at stmarysregional.com.
Well, Hooker scores again on a 41-yard drive, 10 plays, 6 minutes and 26 seconds off the clock, and Landon Lee from 1 yard out scores the touchdown. 2-point conversion pass, no good, so 32-7, and Fairview's going to take over with the wind here with 5:58 to play in the ball game.
So Fairview, obviously, they got the offense to obviously go fast. They like to go fast and go no huddle, so not something that they're not uncomfortable with, but see if they can get around this pass rush that's been killing them all night.
Ball across the middle, caught. Little crossing pattern is caught by Haddon Miller. And that is his 8th catch of the night. They're going to push the tempo out to the 49-yard line, a gain of 11. Going deep, far side, incomplete, running down the seam was Easton Hamer. And boy, it's been a long empty night for Easton Hamer. Led him in receiving, coming in, 23 catches for 604 yards. He's got bageled here tonight. They can't get it to him because of a great job that Hooker is doing in the secondary. Second and 10 from just shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Passes in that really nice coverage there. Slapping it incomplete is Keelan Robinson. Pass intended for Hayden Miller. So now it's 3rd down and 10. Boy, that wind is whipping. You could hear it on the crowd on my microphone tonight. 3rd and 10 time, and now trying to run left and throwing deep is Bernard. Has a man.
Oh, what a catch.
Did he make the catch? He did. Wow. Inside the 5-yard line on the dive.
Not only was it a great catch, but a heck of a throw by Bernard. He was floating that direction, was able to set his feet.
And Noah Schmidt down to the 5-yard line. So the gain of 46, Bernard to Noah Schmidt. And for Schmidt, it's his 13th catch of the season. Fairview getting down to the 2-yard line now on the short gain. And it's Jax Bernard from the 5-yard line down to the 3. That's his second longest completion. He had the 47-yard touchdown earlier. That one was for 46.
Fairview's got to go quick here. They're wasting a lot of time.
Well, slant pattern is incomplete. Another good defensive play right there. On the coverage was Daniel Quezada.
Well, that time Fairview ran a little rub play and had a man, but they kind of created too much of a crowd down here.
So now 3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line. I love the barking dog sounds they have here on 3rd down. Fumble picked up by Bernard, and he's tackled back at the 9.
Just dropped the snap that time.
It's been that kind of a night for Fairview.
I'm telling you, when you're getting hit a lot and you're getting sacked a lot of pressure's getting put on you, things just kind of are sped up. He seems to be sped up tonight. He's dropped a handful of snaps.
So now it's 4th down. 4th and goal from the 9.
Hooker now in press coverage.
Right side incomplete, and Hooker will take over. So 4:06 to play in this ball game, and now Hooker would like to just put together 3 or 4 first downs, move the chains, get out of here, and start celebrating. This drive will start with 4:06 to play. They lead 32-7.
Sorry, my clock management's not great over here, Tom. I forgot to stop the clock, but I am trying to do 2 things at one time. So it's the first time I've made a massive clock failure.
Your producer, engineer, and color commentator tonight.
Big cutback.
That's Landon Lee again for a few yards. Out across the 11-yard or the 10-yard line to the 11, picking up 2, and more importantly for the Bulldogs, running more time off that clock. A couple of impressive weeks for Hooker. They went on the road last week and beat Cashin 54-14, and now tonight against Fairview, setting themselves up for a great run here to end the season. 3 weeks at Merritt versus Watonga and home against Crescent. This was the big one for them tonight. This sets them up to win the district championship.
Ooh.
Running room right side. Is that Palacios?
Yep, it is.
Yep, out to the 19. So he'll gain 10 more. Down to the 19. Give him an 8-yard gain. He's getting his numbers tonight. He's got about as many yards rushing in this one as he had in the 2 games against Fairview last year. He has 142 yards tonight. He was 36 for 149 in 2 games against Fairview last year. And we are under 3 minutes to play in this ball game. A new set of downs for the Bulldogs. Hooker's going to go to 6-1. They'll be 4-0 in district play. And the Jackets will see their 36-game winning streak come to an end. The 11th longest in state history.
Ooh. Nice run by Palacios.
And Palacios out across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him right at the 40. That's a gain of 21. $163 yards for him tonight, now on 18 carries.
Well, we talked about the lack of success that he's had against the Jackets over the last handful of games, and he had a lot of success tonight. Hooker has run the ball for well over 300 yards tonight, I believe.
Yep, they're up over 300 now, I bet. I'll tell you that in the postgame. Stick around. We'll run through all the scoring and hit the stats before we get out here. Maybe a quick look at the Skordle scoreboard as well, at least in A1. Under 2 to play, and new set of downs, and they can run this clock out, I believe, now. put the ball in the hands of your quarterback, Martins. He'll hand off and carry by Landon Lee, who's been getting a lot of work last couple of possessions. He now has 7 carries in the ball game as he picks up 3 right there. So Fairview will burn a timeout here. So we'll take it with them. 32-7, a minute and a half to play. It's the game of the week on Skordle, presented by Brahms.
Stream like the pros with Skordle Live. Find out more at skordle.com/stream.
Minute and a half to play, and the Bulldogs will be celebrating. And this is just a huge game for them. If they've been on the short end of this, the score in this series last year, they played twice, 56-22. Right here, Fairview won on the road last year, and then in the state championship game, 34-8, Fairview with the win.
Ooh, nice play by Cleet Martins.
Martin's going to run 50, 45, 40 down the near sideline. He has one man to beat, and Cleet Martins will take it to the house with a minute 21 to play. 58 yards to the house. And 38-7. Adding insult to injury right there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Cleet Martins has had a heck of a game tonight for the Bulldogs. And, you know, it's really been pretty simple for Hooker in the second half. Once they started getting this run game established and they got Palacios going, it just makes things so much easier calling plays. And Coach Powers has done a good job of sticking to his guns, running a lot of counter action. It's hard to stop everybody and the kind of athletes they have and how they stretch the field against you. But, man, it's been really impressive tonight, Tom.
Well, they get the 2-point conversion right here, and Hooker will have put 40 up on Fairview. It turns in just shy. 1:21 to play, 38-7. Quick break coming up. You're watching the game of the week on Skordle, presented by Brahms.
This is Game Time. Neptune Game Time creates a high-energy game day atmosphere that your players and fans will love. Every song.
Back with you in Hooker tonight. Game of the week brought to you by Brahms. If you're hungry, head to Brahms after the game for a bacon cheeseburger and milkshake made with Brahms A2 fresh milk. A matter of fact, I've got a half gallon of A2 fresh milk in my fridge right now, and I got one of those Brahms chocolate fudge cakes.
Ooh, that's a smart choice.
That
Tom.
is decadent as heck.
I know we mentioned it earlier, Tom, but we need to give a big time shout out to Hooker administration and Hooker's hospitality. Hooker Bulldog Network, big shout out to those guys.
They've helped us out.
They have. They brought an internet connection over to us. They've been great the whole week. They've been super helpful. Coach Powers, his wife, brought us some cookies. So it's been phenomenal hospitality here.
I'm just so glad. I mean, we like it when people like us. And, they're impressed. They're glad that we came out for this ball game. We weren't going to miss it. We'll go where the good games are.
Well, we make people mad on Skordle too, Tom. So it's kind of what we do, right?
Yeah, we've done that too. And that stupid pick'em show can get us into all kinds of trouble sometimes.
You can't be right all the time, right?
Who was on that carry right there? Did you notice?
That was Austin Hauk.
Okay.
Or not Austin Hauk, but one of the Hauks.
Yep, the Hauk that's Alex Hauk.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I know that. Austin plays at Southwestern, I believe.
Just trying to make sure the stats even out here. That's a carry by Trace Bonham. He'll pick up 3 more. Final 40 seconds, clock rolling. Yeah, we're going to thank David Ray at Oklahoma Smoke Barbecue right here on Hooker. He'll cater for you. Looks like he has a truck as well. Good stuff. And we will have some more. I don't care if it's cold. I'm going to have some more after we wrap this up.
Good stop.
That'll be the final play of the ball game right there. That's the ball game, folks. How impressive were the Hooker Bulldogs? Man.
Very impressive.
The way they played tonight, I don't think the wind mattered. I mean, it was a field position game because of the strong wind, but Hooker is the better team tonight. And they are in the driver's seat in this district now. And like we said, they want to get those home games and make those teams come out here.
Well, we've had Hooker 2 weeks in a row, 2 back-to-back game of the weeks, and they have done nothing but impress. Really impressive all across the board, but so impressed with Hooker up front on the defensive side. They made it tough all night for a very good offensive team for Fairview, and a very good defensive team for Fairview too as well. And man, they once they got kind of going running the ball, they made running the ball look really easy too. They're so multiple. They have so many different weapons. It's just really difficult to defend them.
Now there is going to be a blue celebration down there in that south end zone as Hooker ends Fairview's 36-game winning streak. Final score 38-7. We'll take a break. Our post-game show begins after this. It is the game of the week on Skordle, presented by Brahms.
East River Roustabout, centrally located in Oklahoma, provides construction services specifically tailored for oilfield projects. Our team consists of highly skilled, experienced professionals who offer a wide range of services in construction, maintenance, and operations, focusing on both upstream and midstream sectors. With a combined 44 years of experience in pipeline and roustabout services, our team leads have a proven track record of success for major energy companies. So call the team at East River Roustabout today, 405-849-5156.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
Enabling local. Skordle Distribution is a local business that loves supporting Northwest Oklahoma schools and businesses. We are here to service all of your concession stands, restaurants, food trucks, churches, and more. With candy, paper goods, fried food basics, and even local products, we will exceed your expectations with competitive pricing and excellent service.
Wiggins Auctioneers is a full-service auction company well-versed in selling farm and range land, minerals, commercial and residential properties, as well as equipment, estate, and trust liquidations. In order to better serve our clients, Wiggins Realty offers conventional for-sale listings as well as buyer representation. Whether buying or selling, auction or conventional, we want to be your trusted company. Wiggins Auctioneers, 3 generations strong and setting the standard since 1963.
Why be a ranger? At Northwestern, with small classes, you can be seen. With over 40 programs from business to nursing, you can be career-driven. With a campus home away from home, you can be independent. With over half our students graduating without student loans, you can be debt-free. And with a mosaic of cultures, you can be you. Northwestern, success lives here.
The future comes fast, which is why it's important to start planning for tomorrow, today. So whether you're setting aside money for something special or just safeguarding it against a rainy day, at Gateway, we've got competitive rates on a full suite of savings products. So consider us your gateway to earning money on your money. Open a high-yield savings account with an annual percentage yield of 3.5%. Visit gatewayfirst.com. Gateway First Bank, member FDIC.
Summer job, babysitting money, graduation gifts. Sounds like it's time to open a free student checking account with Communication Federal Credit Union. It's made for teens and tweens. Open your new account and get a free Visa debit card for secure shopping power online or in stores. Plus, mom and dad can transfer money in and manage it all from the app. Go to comfedcu.org for details. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Farming today isn't just about hard work. It's about making smart choices. That's where Correction Line Ag and BW Fusion step in. We're redefining crop nutrition with cutting-edge biology that delivers real results. Stop relying on outdated methods. It's time for a fresh approach. CLA delivers data-driven solutions tailored for every growth stage, boosting your farm's ROI. Ready to get started? Call 833-CLA-SOIL or visit correctionlineag.com. Smarter farming starts here.
In our business, and
back with you and Hooker out here in the Panhandle, and they're going to be celebrating for a while. They're down there on the south end of the football field having a good time as the home team. The Hooker Bulldogs knock off Fairview 38-7. The 36-game winning streak comes to an end for the Jackets out here in Texas County tonight. Go back and recap the scoring in this one. In the first half, Hooker took a 6-0 lead on a 15-yard run by Cleet Martins with 11:54 to play in the first quarter. They pushed their lead to 12-0 with 1:23 to play in the second quarter on a Justin Palacios 1-yard run. And then at 12-0, Fairview down by 2 touchdowns, got a quick one, 3 plays, 65 yards in 28 seconds, a 47-yard touchdown pass from Jax Bernard to Trace Bonham. The extra point kick was good to make it 12-7, and that's what the score was at the half. Hooker led Fairview 12-7, but in the third quarter, Hooker took advantage of the good field position, took advantage of the wind. A 2-play 53-yard drive on the opening drive of the third quarter took 16 seconds, and it was Cleet Martins, a 53-yard run. 2-point conversion made it 20-7, 11:44 to play in the third quarter. Quick 3-and-out for Fairview, and it hooked at Fairview. Hooker got the ball at the Fairview 36-yard line. They scored in 3 plays, 36 yards, 51 seconds off the clock, and it was a 34-yard touchdown pass from Cleet Martin to Duncan, and that is Trace Duncan. Wanted to make sure I got his name right in there. That made it 26-7. Then in the fourth quarter, 6:01 to play, Landon Lee run from 1 yard out, scored to make it 32-7. And then in the final 1 minute and a half, Cleet Martins, a 58-yard touchdown run to make it 38-7. And that is your final score. The numbers in the ball game, first of all, for Fairview, what an impressive effort by the Hooker defense tonight. 27 rushes for 26 yards for the Yellow Jackets. Leading rusher was Jax Bernard. He had 21 carries for 19 yards. Through the air, Fairview, 11 of 23. Jax Bernard, 11 of 23 for 162 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Jax Bernard does go past Jeremy Littell into 6th place all-time on the state passing list, Jeremy Littell from Stillwater. So, but a little bit under his average, 162 yards tonight on 11 of 23. So 50 offensive plays for 188 total yards. I will say Hayden Miller, with 8 catches tonight, by far to lead the way for Fairview. Trace Bonham had a 47-yard touchdown reception. For Hooker on the ground, 48 rushes, 360 yards, 7.5 yards per rush. And it was Cleet Martin, 16 carries, 174 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns of 15, 53, and 58 yards. Justin Palacios, 18 carries, 163 yards, And he had a touchdown run as well of 1 yard, 48 for 360 on the ground. Through the air, Cleet Martin's 1 of 6 for 34 yards. The one completion, a touchdown to Trace Duncan. 54 offensive plays, 394 yards total offense. And on the scoreboard, it's Hooker 38, Fairview 7. Hooker now 6-1 on the season. They are 4-0 in district play. For Fairview, they fall to 6-1. The 36-game winning streak comes to an end, and they fall to 3-1 in district play. Scores in A1 tonight. Before we let you go, I'm going to refresh this real quick, and we will tell you that Rejoice Christian leading Hartshorn 41-6 in the fourth quarter. A shootout in Choteau Maisie tonight. Pecola 62, Choteau Maisie 36. And then Panama down to Warner 23-20 in the fourth quarter. Walters over Minco 27-14 in the fourth. Cashin still rolling it up on Crescent tonight, 60-29 in the fourth quarter. Sayre, they look like they'll pick up their 5th win of the season. They're leading Watonga 36-13 in the fourth. Hinton shutting out Merritt 45-0. Wynnewood over Okima tonight, 55-18 in that ball game in the fourth quarter. In the fourth, it's Haskell over Holbert, 53-26. Stratford over Hobart, 26-7. That's a final. Christian Heritage shutting out Frederick in the fourth quarter, 24-0. And Pawnee all over Quapaw tonight. That's a final, 68-0. We'll put a wrap on this one, and what a great night it was here in Hooker. First of all, Adam's exactly right. We've got to thank all the great hospitality in here with the administration, the coaching staff at Hooker taking care of us. And I'm going to throw it out there as well. David Ray, whose son plays for the Bulldogs. Oklahoma Smoke Barbecue right here in Hooker. Bad to the bone is what they say, and we're about to get to the bottom of some bones here before we roll on out of here. They got a mobile barbecue and a catering service. David Ray, I will give you my full endorsement at Oklahoma Smoke Barbecue. And we've got the buffet to finish up here before we leave the press box. Once again, for Adam Dieselhorst and cameraman extraordinaire tonight, rookie cameraman Joshua Nelson, I am Tom Nelson. Final score for the final time. Hooker 38, Fairview 7. And this has been the Skordle High School Football Game of the Week presented by